Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been a long 8 years since I've last updated any type of progress that I've had. So this is the update. If you missed anything from my very first video that was 8 years ago, the link will be in the description so that you guys can click back to it and find out exactly what had happened for this video to be posted. On a positive note, I have had an awesome amount of feedback asking for an update. At the time of 8 years ago, I was diagnosed and I was only 2 years into my diagnosis of hypothyroid, which is also named as Hashimoto's. I am in no way a doctor. I cannot diagnose or prescribe or even advise you to do anything different than what your doctors are telling you. But I can let some light in on some suggestions that may come and help. So I do look a lot thinner than last time. I have dropped an amazing amount of weight. And I know a lot of you have asked what gluten does to me when I eat it. I've had some other questions of what kind of thyroid disease I had, which I just answered. I've had some other comments with if the diets I've used, what have I used, what have happened since the last time I've been on. So let's go from there. Okay, so to let you all know, first things first, 2 years ago from this date in 2023, 2 years from now, I ended up with thyroid cancer, which is very common with Hashimoto's. You end up with nodules that can seem very soft, like a sponge-like material, and eventually get hard and stiff as rocks. So my advice to you guys is if you're having trouble with swallowing or eating, like you're getting a goiter again, definitely go into your doctor, get checked out. You'll end up getting a biopsy. I'll explain that in the next follow-up videos if you guys want what exactly goes on and what to experience. But right now I just want to stay on the main topic of where my progress is. So, after vigorously having been injected by many needles and numerous blood tests, my weight wasn't going down. I was having pressure in my earlobes, having immense headaches, and I wasn't losing any weight. Instead, I was gaining more. And I know a lot of you are saying, yeah, that's very common with Hashimoto's. It is. But if you end up with thyroid cancer, there is a 95% success rate of living with it. So that's the positive. And when it gets removed, you'll have a funky little scar, which I don't know if any of you can actually see it, but it is very, very funky looking, very tiny. But it was the whole way across the neck. Luckily, I had a doctor that was very, very good at what he does. He had been doing surgeries, 25 of them a year. So, and he had been working for the last, I think, 30, 40 years doing these surgeries. So I was blessed enough to get a very great understanding doctor. And if you can get yourself an endocrinologist that understands you as a patient, that's great. Okay, so with it being removed, it will not look pretty at all if you get the pictures like I did. I can show you the pictures in the next episode if you guys want. But they're not the best. Warning, it's very graphic. Other than that, gluten was another question I got. So gluten, it gives me very much a lot of phlegm, which is not fun. I get a lot of inflammation with it. I get sick as a dog. So now I just avoid gluten altogether. I do eat rice once in a while, but it's about a half a cup. And I watch, if I eat anything with bread, it's gluten-free, and it's only one slice. That's it. I don't eat any more than that a day. I don't eat pastas anymore. Nothing with salmonella in it, because that's actually a gluten that's hidden. No ramen noodles. Those are the hugest no-no in the book. No MSGs. So if you like Chinese takeout, you're better off making it homemade yourself. No seafoods. Seafoods This salt intake will give you so much inflammation, it's not funny. And you're going to feel 10 times worse the next day than what you did when you first enjoyed it. So I hope that clears that question up. On a positive note, I was asked how and if I did lose any weight. So yes, I did. And as you can see in this video, I look a lot thinner. I am a lot thinner. Went from a size 22 jeans all the way down to a size 14, which is an amazingly large amount. And I would tell you guys, I've tried every diet. And I'm pretty sure you have too. And it's just, you'll start to lose it and then more weight will pack on. And it gets depressing. And I'll tell you, a lot of the weight loss starts here. It's very mental. So if you're very much stressed, you're not going to lose the weight. No pill will help with anything you're going to lose without a thyroid, or even with one. So pretty much take out your idea of getting gastric surgery out of your mind, because once you have an end-Crohn disease, your chances are pretty slim of even getting accepted to have that done. You're done at that point. And you eventually, if you don't try to lose the weight, you'll end up with diabetes, heart problems, liver failure, kidney issues. The list goes on and on for us. It's the most depressing thing ever, I know. But there's some light. Good thing is, there is something that has been out since the beginning of time that doctors don't really want you doing, but I've been 4 months into this, and I can tell you the first 2 weeks is the roughest, but the 4-month progress is amazing. You'll lose the weight, and you'll start to feel so much better about yourself. I would advise that if you don't eat fish, start taking fish oil. You'll watch your inflammation disappear, and you'll be able to get off all those inflammatory medications. B vitamins are a big plus. The more vitamin D deficient you become B deficient as well. Doctors will not tell you this because they want you to keep coming back. DHA, you know how they told us to take it when we were pregnant? There was a reason. It helps with inflammation and it helps with cell regrowth. You need that. But the diet I'm talking about, guys, is intermediate fasting. I'd advise you start on a 14-hour fasting plan. Work your way up, slowly, not quickly. Remember, this weight took a long time to come on. It didn't come overnight. Not gonna come off overnight. But I promise you, you start the fasting, within the first month, you'll lose 10 to 15 pounds. I promise. Just stick to the plan and it'll come off and you will feel a million times better about yourself. You'll see yourself in a different way. Your brain will start to think differently. You'll eat differently because you'll be happy about it. So, before I let you guys go on this video, my children that were 2 and 6 at the time of this video have something they would like to say.
Hi guys! If you did like this video, please considering liking, subscribing, and hitting the bell for notifications when we upload again. See ya!